came back in the second half and battled and made some plays and did some great things. And Dave's done an unbelievable job there. We had too many penalties. We opened the second half with a 15-yard explosive run penalty. And we've just got to do it. We are not a penalty team. We've got to do a better job. That really hurt us today. And then we had an uncharacteristic turnover at the end on the kickoff return, which is my fault. I had us in a return I shouldn't have had us in. And those things have a tendency to lead sometimes to these finishes and these closes. But I think you can build sometimes off of these. And I'm not trying to be positive to be positive. I really do. I think you learn how to hang in there and be resilient. So I'm proud of our team. I'm proud to get a win. I'm proud we have win number 5, and it gives us a chance to get win number 6.
We had Wolford pretty much hemmed in. He only completed 2 passes for 9 yards in the first half.
I know.
He seemed to grow up in that second half.
I think he did a great job, and I think he's going to be a heck of a player. I think we got to do a better job of getting more pressure out of a 4-man rush and a 5-man rush. I think what you saw in the second half was we didn't really get that close to him. And, that's not our thing. We got to get there. We just got to develop better 4-man, 5-man pressures. We have to go 6 sometimes, and then you hold yourself open into coverage. We missed John Johnson today. John Johnson wasn't able to play, and hopefully we can get him back. He was really playing great football, and we're just getting younger and younger by the minute. So that's a problem.
Was the arm from the Clemson game?
Yeah. Hurt in the Clemson game. Had to have surgery, and we're just kind of waiting day by day to see when we can get him cleared.
What do you do to break through?
I think he subluxed his wrist. So we just have to. It's day by day right now, and we're hopeful we can get him back soon, and we need to get him back soon.
It came out. It looked like he rotated Simmons over to the corner position, where he's a more natural player. It looks like. What was it like for him to finally get that pick? He's had a couple close ones the last couple of weeks, and in that big spot.
I mean, it was huge, and again, I think part of the growth is, like you just said, he and Manny, they've all had a bunch of opportunities, and we finally got one in a critical. Sometimes you can really take something from that, which is great. It doesn't do much for me and our heart's beating like that, But I mean, at the end of the day, you win the game. They all count the same. I've been doing this too long, They all count the same, and they all count the same when you lose them too, You don't get solace in saying we lost, but we should have won. That's happened to us twice already. That doesn't help you. So we won. We got 5. And the best thing about when you have 5 is it gives you a chance for 6. And that's the best thing there is. Do we have to play better and clean up and to go down on the road to Blacksburg? We obviously know that, yes. We got to play a whole lot better. We played pretty damn good in the first half, but we got to play a whole lot better second half. First half was great. Penalties. I don't know how many yards we lost in penalties. It had to be not just the penalty itself, but the yardage that came away from it. Had to be damn near 150 yards. It's just crazy.
You seemed to take issue with the officials in the first half. Was the one on the?
Honestly, they do a great job. I mean, they just do a great job. And those guys, that crew right there is fantastic. I'm just a high wired guy. I'm into it. I'm competing, but I mean, they do. I really believe that. We have the best officials in the country here in the ACC, and when they see that they have a call, they're 99.9% right. They're on it. And they were. I'm sure they were on everything. So I got a lot of respect for Doug Rhodes and the crews, and these guys handled this game fantastic.
How was the week of practice for the receivers? After a couple of tough drops last week, Borden made a couple athletic catches. Everything seemed a little more sure today. So what's the week like in practice for them?
We've had a great week. We had a great week leading up to Clemson, and we had a great week leading up here. We really have. So my biggest thing was sometimes you come on the road, you come off an emotional letdown in a really great deal at home a week ago. You're worried that you're going to flatline, but we didn't come out here like that. And it wasn't like we were flat in the second half. We just we made some mistakes, some penalties, some mistakes on both sides of the ball, and I give them the credit. They look good. They made plays. They made good, and that just goes to show you the job that Dave's going to do here. It's only a matter of time. There's no doubt, and I've known Dave a long time. We're friends, and there's no doubt that the best days are coming here for Dave Clawson and the Wake Forest football team.
But John Hillman, the production you got out of him.
He did a nice job. Yep, he did a nice job today. And we just got to continue to grow. And I really want to go back and look at the tape. I mean, they were pressuring us. There was a lot of pressure in the game. That's why those downfield throws were so open. And sometimes you get to the second half, you're not so anxious to throw those because, you want to try to close the game out. But we had to at the end because there was just too much pressure.
Just coming and Dave do that too. I think it was 3 catches. They did a big play on the.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good plays to be made, you know.
He's a guy that doesn't really, get it.
I love Dave. Love Dave. Dave is one of the best, hardest workers on our football team. His character is impeccable. He's a BC guy, and it's great to see him have success on the field today.
Well, Tyler, too.